All right, so this is Linux Mint 20.3. So let me just show you the video that I recorded briefly to run the upgrade tool according to Linux Mint's website. It's pretty straightforward. So basically with this, I went to the website and I followed the instructions on how to upgrade from the previous version of Linux Mint from 20.3 to Linux Mint 21. Now, very simple instructions here. With this, I just copied and pasted the instructions. Apt update, apt install mint upgrade, sudo mint upgrade. It's interesting to note that in Italian, sudo means I sweat. Well, I didn't have to sweat with this one, but it was still kind of annoying, and I'll explain here in a moment. But yeah, read through all this, especially if you are new to all this. Very easy if you are a Windows user. So thank you, Linux Mint. So I opened up a terminal, as you see here, and again, copied and pasted the instructions. If you're new to this, don't be afraid of the terminal. Not a big deal. So apt update, again, copy and paste. So after all this, it's done. All packages are up to date. Apt install mint upgrade. Once again, copy and paste. Again, it'll go through the process. Again, no big deal here. And it does this fairly quickly, even in a 11-year-old machine, dual core. All right, sudo mint upgrade. Okay, upgrade to Linux Mint 21 Vanessa. A series of tests. All right, so it's asking me to perform a system snapshot, a backup of the system with software called time shift. If the upgrade isn't successful, a system snapshot will allow you to go back in time and revert all the changes. Okay, this is a fantastic idea, except for one problem. I don't need to do this. Okay, if you know me by now, I back up at least twice, sometimes more, to external drives. I very seldom back up using the existing drive in the system. Okay, you back up twice. Always back up at least twice. Sometimes more. Sometimes I'll back up 3 times externally. I did not need to back up a 3rd or 4th time, as it were. So I ran this, and it's a great piece of software. I ran this. It's estimating system size and all that. Please wait. Okay, fine. It's kind of annoying, but I'll wait. Again, I don't have to do this, and maybe you don't have to do this if you back up the way you should back up, the way that I've taught you. Now, you know, system, it says here time remaining is all over the place. So figure at least 30 minutes to, I don't know, a couple hours to perform a system snapshot, depending on the speed of your computer. I'm only guessing. Here it appears to be about 35 to 40 minutes. I did not feel like waiting. And number 2, I don't have to do this. There is no skip function to this. There is no bypass option. The Mint upgrade tool is forcing you to do a system snapshot. Now, I suppose if you are a beginner, it's probably a good idea. But let's say you are a beginner and you always do backups all the time. This is a very unnecessary step that adds time, considerable time, to the upgrade process. Now, upgrades in general can take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, on average, I would say. So, you know, personally, I don't need to add more time that is not necessary. Is this tool handy? 100% handy. Could it be useful for beginners? Absolutely. But what if you don't need it? What if I don't need it? I don't want this. I never use these type of tools, not even in Windows. Just a personal preference. I can't bypass it. I felt like I want to move on. I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I do not need this. So I have to give the upgrade tool, for me, a fail, because it doesn't do what I want it to do, meaning I don't want to perform a system snapshot. And by the way, does it save all your files and folders or just the system? If it's only the system and you lose your files and folders, this appears to be a waste. If that is the case, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, maybe I'll test this again when I have more time to waste, but not this morning. I need to have my breakfast and coffee. So for those of you who have used this, please let me know.